And we're live. What's popping? Wait for everybody to come through. What's up, Core?
Chilling, man. What's going on with you, Jim?
Man, just busy as ever, man. Still, trying to make sure we come through like the Woo on Friday. You know what I mean? Yo, man, you watch that you ever start watching that Wu Tang series on Hulu?
No, I don't have Hulu. I got one of them. I got IGTV. A, I got all the channels. I just got to figure out where to find it.
I
Find
was
it
about
at.
to say if you got that, you definitely got it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no,
Um,
I got IGTV. I just got to figure out
yeah,
where.
see that's why I hate them Jones, man, because I can't figure out where everything is. I don't have time for nothing. I mean, I'm a cord cutter, so I don't have nothing anyway, but I do got Hulu though. I got Hulu on Netflix. With that being said, man, shout out to everybody who's pulling up. We got a couple folks here already. Let us know who is here watching with us. We about to get busy in a couple minutes as some more folks come in. Let us know who's here. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be here for a short time, but we're gonna have a good time today. I got some articles to go over. You know what I'm saying? Omar's in the building. Oh, what's good, bro?
Yellow.
Oh, how you been, man? O's in the building. What was his name? He had a good one. He had a good sat name. I forgot what it was. He had an Eve name too.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
man.
saying? But Dawn is in the building. Rochelle is here too.
What's
Rochelle, what's
poppin'?
good? What's good? What's good? Dawn, welcome back. Hey, Dawn, you back in that beautiful weather or what? Where
Right.
you at right now? Dawn, you don't be all over the map. You know what I'm saying? So where you at? But what's good though, Court? How are you, man?
I'm here, man. I ain't never gonna complain about living, though. So you know, I play our plays for this week. One,
Mm-hmm.
I was one down and one up. I was down on our weekly play,
Mm-hmm.
and I hit on Zoom though, which was my play. So
Project set. That was it. Project set. Hey, what's going on? What's going on, Toy? Don't be
Kai
hating
Eve
for no
Irving.
fee. Hey, yo. Hey, there you go, Kai Ether. No, nobody's hating. Listen, I was just saying that I know that, she's close to San Diego and the weather there is the best. I mean, it's better than anywhere I've been.
Yeah, anywhere
Jose,
I've
peace,
ever
peace,
lived
peace.
is better than any place I've ever lived.
Man, I sent my man Jose the bread. I'm trying to get this signed book, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Oh,
waiting for that
you
book to
know
come
what?
through.
Yeah, man, I'm negligent, man. I gotta do that. Like
Oh
I'm
yeah, you negligent, Jose. This I just want you to tell Core how fast I sent it through, man. This make me look good, man. Jose sent me the message, boom, like that, man. Cash that thing right away because that's
like
my guy.
no, it ain't it ain't about no cash app.
I know,
It's
but I'm
more
bragging though. You know what I'm saying? Let me let
yeah,
me
yeah,
let me
yeah, yeah.
let me
But
do my thing, man.
I'm criminally negligent
Yo,
in getting
speaking of
my
that,
book, man.
I got me a new Cash App card, yo. I gotta show y'all this real quick. This new Cash App card. See if y'all bang with this or not. You know what I mean? Uh, here's the card right here. This is this my new Cash App card. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I do. And by the way, I do take tips. If anybody wants to tip, that's my handle right there. But what y'all think about the card though? That's the actual card. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not me writing it. That's the card. That's what it looks like. So
You a
anyway,
wild ass boy.
so shout, shout to Cash App. Um,
You
yeah,
be
I mean,
wilding out.
hooking your boy up, man. You know what I mean? We out here though. We out here living that life. Let me see. Let's see what it says. What's up, Ken? Back in San Diego for a short time, then back to Detroit, then a trade mission in Puerto Rico. Oh, that sounds amazing.
Damn,
Salute to you.
getting to it.
Yeah. Listen, I agree. Latoya, San Diego has the best weather of any place I've ever been in life, and that includes like islands and such. With that being said, though, Jose's level of transparency in the book. Yo, Jose's level of transparency is admirable. I feel like I should just walk around and be transparent because I'm inspired by Jose. Like,
Right?
you know what I'm saying? So shout out to Jose for that. But he's bragging though, just a little bit.
Yeah,
You know what I
you
mean?
know.
You know what I mean? Let me be great, man. I
I
suppose, you know
don't
what
want. Yeah, yeah. I wasn't trying to bring no smoke. I was just letting
I mean?
my level of negligence be known.
Don, what's up, family? How you? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hey, what's going on? Oh, we got Oakland in the building. What's up, Oakland? How you? The Bay
What's
Area,
up?
not California, but the Bay Area. Mark, what's good? Mark, how are you?
What it is, Mark?
Yeah, man. So listen, man, there's a lot of stuff happened this week, man. Before I get into somebody, I found something today that I found amazing. I want to share with everybody. But what's the news story that kind of like for you this week, Core, that made you say, "Damn, that's crazy."
Um, I mean, a lot of stuff made me say, "Damn, that's crazy." Because we was looking at that article you posted about the lady who works with DHS and FEMA.
Oh, listen, they don't even hide it no more. Like
Yo,
the level of what's going on in terms of like politicians at the highest level and buying individual stock and trading.
yo,
Um,
they get
is
into it, man. They get into the biggest ass bag in life, yo.
Oh, do me a favor. We got like 5 times as many people watching us. We got likes and shares and all that stuff. So please do me a favor, hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? Love button. You know what I'm saying? Show us something. That way it goes in front of more people's
Yo,
page.
man,
But no, but
I gotta start following that website more closely, right? Because they get into a giant ass bag. Like you don't even gotta be smart. You just gotta do what they do when they do it, right?
this is
Because
true.
Nancy Pelosi was in crowd, affirm. She in Disney, like she in all of the. She know
Everything that's popping, right?
everything that's popping. Nancy Pelosi is in that joint, right?
Yeah, Nancy Pelosi's the best trader of our time, man. Y'all don't even recognize
All
it.
she might be the best trader of all time.
Yo, she made like 800 grand on CrowdStrike. Her annual salary is like a deuce. She made
Yeah.
4 times her annual salary on Yo, or just one of them.
Absolutely incredible. And then the board that work on the Federal Trade Commission got all of
That was
wheat
foul, man.
and
That's foul.
all them stocks. Then the other chick that worked for FEMA, she in crowd. And then we was looking at the other board. He was in the senator board that was on the commission.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm like, yo, I gotta pay more attention to them Jones. Matter of fact, that Jim, that's what we gotta do, man. We gotta pay more attention to them Jones and just keep posting them Jones because right there.
I mean, that's what I've been doing. I've been posting it just to. I mean, because the thing about it is, if you look at it, some of them trades they haven't done yet, and they still in them. Like so, you know, I just like to post it and let people know what's going on. But
no, for sure.
But the death of Michael K. Williams was definitely crazy. It's out of nowhere. Like it's one of them Jones.
Man, that definitely hurt.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And so, you will hear no more wire slander from me. Because you know that was my favorite character from a mid show.
Whoa! You out of pocket, man. I'm not even gonna comment on that. It's the single greatest show of all time.
No,
just based on writing. The writing has never been touched.
With better writing.
Never.
Okay.
The parallels drawn on that show and the complexities of the characters, I've never seen nothing like it, ever.
Okay.
And I watch a lot of TV. Anyway, so doing Smack Nike for 40%, Lucid for 25, and Apple for 45. So you out here getting to it. The best insider trader. Yeah, she's the GOAT insider trader outside of I was about to say Michael Milken. Outside of Gordon Gekko. Yeah, she getting to it, Don. She getting that bag.
It definitely should. And I was just me and Jim going to talk about that because that definitely we could just post that literally because they getting to it, man. Nancy Pelosi ain't lose $1. She got in Disney. She got like $1 Disney Jones. Like she getting to it.
Yo, but Jose, I don't even think it's trauma porn for us that grew up in it because The Wire was so much more than that. The Wire, and that's to me, that's a lot of. I hear people say that all the time, like, "Oh, yeah, I'm from the street," so that didn't mean that. The show's not even about the street, though. That's the crazy part about the show. The show isn't about the street at all. If you really dig down into what they're saying and what they're showing you, the show isn't about the street.
No slander for me, man. I won't say.
I'm gonna leave it alone, though. I'm not.
I won't call it mid no more, man. It was
rest in power.
Rest in power to that gentleman. No more wire slander for me. I will allow and let people be as great as they want with the show. My opinion of it still won't change, but I won't be slanderous.
I want you to tell me one show that has better writing. Just one.
Boondocks.
Not at all.
Boondocks.
Not at all.
One of the greatest written shows ever.
It can't touch the way. It's not even dealing with the same issues in the same way. It's not even close.
What you said? You asked me for a show that was better written.
It's comedy. It's not even close, bro.
What are you talking about?
Because it's not even the best comedy show written. So it's comedy. It can't even. They're not even dealing with the same type.
I would beg to differ. And my second favorite is Chappelle's show. Again.
Nah. Here's something about the Chappelle show that a lot of people are gonna like this, and I think Dave Chappelle is a genius. Half of the Chappelle show you watch it back was mid.
It was.
Half of the skits was completely mid. So you can't even tell me that show is half of it's mid. Every episode they would do multiple skits, and it was always some trash there. Anyway, with that being said, though, what else we got here? We got Jamil's in the building. Have y'all seen the story about the brother in Philly who sold cheesesteaks to raise money to send his mother to Egypt before she died? Oh man, damn, I ain't see that.
Not at all.
Ain't don't nobody share that kind of stuff with me, man. Outside of Latoya, shout out to Latoya. Latoya will send me a good story.
Yes, she will.
But for the most part, though, I get all the ratchetness. I mean, not that I'm opposed to it, though. You know, I enjoy my fair share. You know what I mean? But I would like a good story every once in a while. Yeah, definitely post that link to me if you got it.
So I got a couple students in my school. They got Apple Watches. Guess what their favorite app is?
I don't know where this is going, bro.
2 guesses.
I don't know where this is going, but I don't know if I'm gonna like it.
2 guesses. It's an app that you use. So
that I use.
It's nothing out of pocket.
I was about to say an app that I use.
It's nothing out of pocket.
Okay, nothing out of pocket.
Their favorite app. It's 3 of them. They got Apple Watches. You might be able to guess what it is, but
I mean,
I'll give you one guess and then I'll tell you.
Is it a crypto app?
No, it's a regular app.
A regular ass app that I use. I mean, IG. Well, I would say like
nope.
Every kid I talk to, they're like IG or Snapchat or TikTok. I mean, so how's it not TikTok?
Citizen app.
Oh, listen, that's the greatest social app in the world, yo.
Yo, listen, these young boys be tweaking off of that joint. Like, yo, people out here wilding. Like they literally use the Citizen app in class for stories. Like they be like, yo, we gotta write about something. They'll literally go on the Citizens app and write stories about stuff that happened off Citizens app.
I definitely use the app, like, because first of all, in Philly, y'all be wilding. Y'all be doing. First of all, y'all done brought back carjacking. I thought carjacking had like, you know, I mean, rest in peace.
That's something retro that should have died. That's a retro. That's something retro.
They bring it back, sticking folks up for their clothes. Like they're bringing they bringing the crazy parts back. All that's back, but then it's like just the domestic stuff just be wild. Like women chasing men down the street with a bat, like all kinds of this craziness.
They be going crazy. Yo, listen. I work with high school, youth, and I would have never guessed that Citizen app was one of their favorite apps. I would have never known.
Because there's also a social aspect to it too. Like if you go on each story, there's like a thread of people commenting.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. They be using it. They're not allowed to have their phones out, but the Apple Watches be buzzing all day. And I was like, why y'all there watches be buzzing all day? Y'all know y'all in school. Like, why is people? You know what I mean? Why are people calling you in school? And they's like, nobody's calling me. It's the Citizens app buzzing all day. I was like, oh damn. And they're like, we use it to get back and forth to school. So we know if something popping in the air. I was like, oh, yo, y'all smart. I was like, y'all extra smart. Because I never thought, you know what I mean? Like, there's so much going on. They was like, look, I need to know what's popping before if we leave in the building, once we get away from the building, we need to know what's going down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it's crazy out here. I saw a story the other day. These 4 kids were getting chased. They carjacked somebody, but they carjacked somebody for a 1987 Saturn with a cracked windshield and a donut on it. I'm like, yo, this is what you're going to jail for? And this is not an exaggeration. As a matter of fact, I think I screenshot it because I couldn't believe it. I'm gonna post it on my page after the show. So y'all go to my Facebook page after the show. Y'all gonna see it up there because I couldn't believe it. A 1987 Saturn with a cracked windshield and a donut.
That was purely for sport.
And a donut. I'm like, and they saw him. Like, first of all, you can't get away. They know who you are. Like, y'all are drawn.
Yeah, so you jack somebody purely for sport, and you going to do a 5 to 10 purely for sport. And then if you do something crazy in the what's the name of in the progress of that chase, or something happened to somebody in that progress of that chase, then you want to do a 20. Now you want to do a 20-year bid for an adrenaline rush. Like, what the hell is going on with people?
Out of control. Jamil says New York Undercover. Jamil, I'm sorry to tell you this,
It's
bro.
not even now. That's not even on the
I
same
went back
level.
and watched New York Undercover, and that's what I'm doing. I went back and watched it, like, yo, this is mid. Like,
yeah, that's not on the
but
same
it was
level.
for me though. It was hip hop, so it was hip hop at the time. We didn't have a lot of hip hop representation on TV. It's hard to watch that joint back though. What we got here? Nancy Pelosi been getting that long money for decades. She the true Gordon Gekko. Yeah, man. Like, she's a better investor.
Yo, she worth like I actually went and looked up her net worth. She worth like 100 mil. Like, I was like, oh, I was like, damn, yo. Like, crime pays.
Listen, and I think her husband's a banker or something too. So they running it up.
I think that number is extremely underreported.
Yo, meanwhile, she gonna put on her scarf and kneel for y'all and tell y'all that everything gonna be okay while
Black
she
Lives Matter.
over here running the bag up.
Nancy, I gotta.
the mother that
I'm literally going to.
Oh man, see, y'all about to have me in my feelings right now. I'm already in my feelings anyway. I watched the Blood Brothers documentary on Netflix, which is about Malcolm and Muhammad Ali. I have read the book. The book is phenomenal, by the way. So if you get a chance to read the book is obviously it's far superior to the doc, but the doc's only a short one. It's about an hour and a half, but it kind of gives you the synopsis of the book. The book goes a little deeper, but the doc was fire too. So I'm already in my feelings anyway. That would have been my guess to the Citizens app. Yeah.
No,
so,
I never knew.
Jamil, appreciate that link. I'm gonna check it out after the show. That cheesesteaks too. I'll come back and grab that. So thank you for that. And for those who don't know, Jamil did put it in the chat on the Facebook side. I think the social ills, poverty, plight, but lack of engagement activity. Yeah.
Man, I never
used to listen to that, but got next door and they got hella wild stories. Yo, the crazy part about that is, that's another one that'd be funny. Like that, those different websites for the communities that have like the Ring doorbell. They put their Ring doorbell stories. Because again, y'all just be wilding out there, man. The Wire versus Breaking Bad. Here's the thing about Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad was an excellent show. This went way too far. I went way too like unbelievable, man. With some of the stuff that happened towards the end of it, they kind of like ruined that. Yeah, I agree. We'll keep saying that politics is the biggest money grab. That's why we need term limits. Yeah, man. Just got finished watching that. Had me in deep thought about Malcolm, his decision to put Elijah Muhammad Biz in the streets. Yeah, the way the brother broke it down, maybe like it's just very complex. But what was interesting, matter of fact, let's get into these topics. Because what was interesting about watching that is when you see how the powers that be, let's just call them the powers that be, interfere with our leaders. I'm talking about going as far back in history as you can remember. Like we've had beef with our leaders. A lot of our heroes have had beef with each other, but a lot of times it's because of people in the middle. Like
it's a mediary beef.
And what I'm talking about is not even their people. I'm talking about the government, right? And this is at a time when like they were literally writing and sending each other letters,
beefing over like horseback written letters.
Yeah, man. Weeds was that work into the later seasons. Yeah, Weeds was funny as hell to me. Shout out to U-Turn. But yo, but I got a story about that. But before I want to get into that, let's start with this though. As a matter of fact, no, let's start with that story I was talking about, right? So, everybody knows that all you gotta do is like follow me online on any of the sites. All I talk about for the most part is real estate, Bitcoin, and black wealth. That's pretty much it. That's the existence, and some obviously memes in Chick-fil-A and all that kind of stuff. But but the point is everybody knows I'm a big Bitcoin guy, right? So with that being said, I was laughing. I saw this chick be on Twitter, and she had a lot of followers and stuff, and she just be slandering Bitcoin. And someone pointed something out to me. And the reason I'm showing this and bringing this up is because, to the point that Mark made about that rift between the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and Malcolm X, and you see the people that were getting in between it, right? So this is how this all ties together. She says Bitcoin fails as a money because it's naive monetary policy. Many people think government printing too much is evil, so a fixed money supply must be good. The reality, a money that cannot expand will crush the economy and put us all in poverty. Here's how and how to. So if you go through her Twitter feed, she got about 32,000 followers. She writes about investment, macro, humanity, future, blah, 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 blah. And all she talks about is NFTs and slanders Bitcoin, right? So I'm laughing at that because that absolutely makes no sense whatsoever. Anybody that studies economics knows that make no sense. Somebody said something to me though. They was like, "Yo, check this out." It's like, "Look who chick worked for." It's not in her bio, but if you ever do a research on her, this is who she works for. The chick,
And that's why.
the chick works for the IMF. I point that out to say this: the
The
IMF.
IMF is the biggest cabal in the damn world.
But I pointed out to say this in 2021, the IMF literally has people on social media like who are building up followings as thought leaders, but they're really working for like big government agencies trying to control narratives. And I'm sitting there like, yo, it's right on their website. She literally works for the IMF. I said, this is still happening. This is the stuff that we read that our ancestors went through, but it's like they've brought it to the digital space. That to me is crazy.
This is your favorite spy TV show being played out in real life, right? They got the secret operatives on TV doing the absolute most and trying to burn down a. It's like watching what's the name of them Jones? The lone survivor or whatever the hell those Jones is. Your favorite, your favorite conspiracy TV show being played out in real life, man.
But to me, like, and I'm pretty sure there's and people already probably know this and they probably have number, but I actually just someone put me down with that one because I'll be laughing. It's funny because one of the things that I tried to do better at is a lot of us live in echo chambers, right? So if I believe Bitcoin is one thing, I always try to read like opposing beliefs in Bitcoin. If I believe that, buying the hood is a good thing, I like to have people that oppose to that and say, no, you should invest your money here.
You want to know where the weaknesses in your argument are, so you
exactly. But then after I read that, I'm like, this is propaganda at this point. I always go to her page and see like what kind of negative stuff she says, and I laugh at it because she never really has great points. But somebody was like, yo, she's built up this following, and if you look at her bio, it mentions nothing about that, but she's on there as an employee. I'm like, yo, this is in 2021. They've brought this to the cyber world. This is what I read about when I read about Garvey, when I read about WebD, when I read about people in between who create narratives and try to put people against each other and do these things, and it's actually happening on social media. I say that to say, be careful about the stuff you read on these social media streets because cats be out here frauding and lying. And with that being said, she says it's not good at money, can't be used as money. And one of the bigger stories from the week is that El Salvador has adopted Bitcoin as legal tender. And this story right here is interesting. Because they've done so, Western Union and similar companies are going to lose $400 million a year. That's going back into the pockets of the people.
Yeah, because now they don't got to pay all them damn fees to send money back and forth. You can literally send it wallet to wallet for pennies. Why would you pay them $400 million a year when you can send it wallet to wallet for pennies?
And for those that have never used a Lightning network, it's complete. It's faster than anything else there is, and it's literally pennies. But it's funny. So she says that, and then that actually happens. It's proving her wrong, but it's propaganda anyway. You know what I mean? Like, and I really think that's important because you gotta make sure you know what you're reading, man. Shout out to Kev. He said Western Union. What's that? Listen, man, some people still use some people still use check cashing places. So, I mean, and the funny thing about us as Americans, a lot of times we take for granted some of the things that we have. When I was reading about El Salvador, it was a crazy number. It was like 80% don't even have bank accounts. So
because their money collapsed, and so bank accounts was useless.
But when you go to other countries and you see
money, they stopped using the banks because when the banks collapsed, they couldn't get their money out.
Mm-hmm. So a lot of things that we have, other countries just don't have. You know what I mean? And a lot of it's political. Everything's political.
Everything's political. And the thing about this is, and the reason why they don't want the crypto to spread to these developing countries is because you can't. If you the way that most people don't know that banks control the world, right? And so if they lose control of the money supply, they lose control. Period.
Yeah.
And so that's why they're fighting against this so hard, because if people realize the amount of control that like people think that voting in the US will change things. Voting, the US doesn't control its money, so they don't have no control.
Mm-hmm.
People don't know what the Federal Reserve does. The US government has zero control of its money. None. Has none. Has zero control of its money.
Yeah.
So people don't really understand. They think the government runs the government. The government is they just there. They're like figureheads.
They work for bankers. And now they even some of the bankers the government's beefing with. Yo, your man Biden, right, is very low key in his approach, but he's out here wilding right now, man.
No, he's doing them absolute moves.
Let me show you this story. He even got the bankers mad at him right now. Look at this story right here, bro. Tell you about your man. So they're trying to get this budget passed, and he trying to sneak something in the budget, right? It says banks escalate fight over IRS reporting and Biden's budget plan. Look at this, what he tried to sneak in there, right? There's a measure considered by lawmakers, right? It could result in banks having to report transaction data for any account with at least $600 of inflows or outflows annually.
This nigga, wow, what's wrong with him?
Yo, what? 600, bro?
So basically, you just want to know what every single American is doing with their money.
Yo, this is like something from a movie. Like this
so
is like,
basically like any child, like, you know what I mean? Like,
dog, this is George. This is like, you know what they say, Orwellian. This is something from
George Orwell,
bro. Yo, that's y'all, man. Y'all voted for this dude, man. Sleepy Joe is out here wilding, man.
Don't say y'all. Don't say y'all.
Yo, he's wilding. $600.
Yeah,
$600.
He tripping, man. Ain't nobody going for that. I ain't gonna say nobody was going for it, but you know, it got caught because you know that stand out like a sore thumb. Like right now, it's at 10 racks, and that's even low.
Yeah, man. So you know, that's insane, man. That's insane.
They trying to catch the microtransactions so they can tax the small person again. Like you can't, like, come on, dude. You trying to turn this into
that's insane.
You trying to turn this into 1920s Germany? Like they wilding.
Just be careful. Just watch what's happening out here, man, because it's scary out here. And the crazy part is it's almost like they're using this pandemic, you know. And I'm not a conspiracy theorist, so I'm not into all that. Like, no, actually, I am a conspiracy. I'm not gonna lie, I am a conspiracy. But in terms of the pandemic and all that, I'm not into it. They're doing this. But I think that sometimes things fall on your lap.
Control thing, man.
No, sometimes things fall on your lap and you take advantage of it. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just getting nasty out here. $600, that's insane, bro. That's insane.
Yeah, they doing.
And then he tried to pass something, and again, I'm not one of these people out here pro-Satan, pro-vax, anti-vax. You know, your body, your choice. But I saw that he was trying to mandate anybody with over 100 employees has to force their workers to get the vax. So he's out here that's taking control. So it's kind of crazy right now. Let me see, pull some comments up real quick. So good for the people. It's crypto could change the world. We saw that one. Banks and sanctioning power has been the way it is. Yeah. Yep. Kev said, my investors literally laugh at me bringing up Brazil, Venezuelan bonds, etc. The government is the epitome of fake it till you make it. Biden got on TV using crazy language today. I didn't even see what he said today. Was he like half out of it? Like when you say crazy language, was he cussing or was he just not making no sense at all?
Like, see, this is why you know the average age of Americans and the average age of the representation of Americans is so disparate. Like is crazy. Like,
bro,
you got these aging 60s, 70s, and 80-year-old people who are used to one thing and not used to change at all, trying to make decisions for people who have to live in the world. Not the world that already happened.
I'm literally half the age of Joe Biden, and I feel like, yo, I'm too old to be running it. Like somebody asked me, like, yo, I'm too old for that, man. That's somebody who's young with some ideas, like take over. Like he's twice my age.
And I'm in my 40s.
One thing you can't do is make the bankers mad. You know what happened to Reagan when he thought he was going to control the banks. I know what happened to JFK and he thought he. I know what happened to Abraham Lincoln when he was trying to control the banks. Abraham Lincoln and JFK tried to control the banks, and
all three of them caught headshots.
I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Yeah,
trying
man.
to tax people over $600 by and trying to start a revolution. Oh, yo, I don't know what y'all man is doing, man, but he is wilding right now.
I saw a meme today that said Biden is everything you thought Trump was.
Ouch.
And I was like, ew. That's
Ouch.
the illest.
Yeah. See,
That's
the problem is that a lot of times, and I think you talk about this, like we get mad at people and not ideas. And in this case is systems. So it kind of doesn't matter who you put in there.
I understand that, but that's why you attack ideas and not people, right? Because if you attack the ideas, the people will reveal themselves that believe in that crazy mess.
Let's get into
that's why I always attack ideas, right? Because then when you attack the idea and then people attach themselves to it, now you know who not to mess with. When you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's very, very easy. It's the easiest way to weed out weirdos. Because if you don't attack people, if you attack the ideas, and then people start attaching themselves the ideas that makes them a weirdo, that's the easiest way to avoid those people. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, let's jump into some of these articles real fast. We do a couple articles every week just to get you guys' opinion on it. So let's jump into these real fast. We're not gonna be here all night, but I definitely want to get to a couple of them at least. All right, so here's this week's story. Says my brother-in-law died, leaving his house in a mess. His landlord wants me to repaint and replace the carpet. What should we do? Some more context. I recently received notice from his landlord that she wants his personal items out of the house as quickly as possible so she can sell it. My brother-in-law recently died and was without a will. With no children or spouse, it became his sister's responsibility to manage his estate. I handle all of her affairs as power of attorney as she has a disability. He lived in Cody, Wyoming, and I live in Georgia. I recently received notice from his landlord that she wants his personal items out of the house as quickly as possible so she can sell the house. He has lived there for over 20 years and was not the most organized person. The house is quite a mess. I have arranged for cleaning and the removal of all his personal belongings and will continue to pay the rent until it's completed. My problem now is she wants me to completely pay for a complete refresh of the house with removal of any smoke or mildew residue, prime and paint the entire interior, and replace all the carpeting. He had paid a damage deposit of $500 when he rented the house, and the owner has not done anything for the house since he moved in. It's a one-bedroom small place. I really don't see how it's my responsibility to completely fix up the house for sale. I'm trying to do the right thing is what they're saying. What's your opinion on this, Corey?
Bitch, come get it.
Yeah, I was about to say, man.
Like, you want that shit, come get it from me. Nothing. Like, I give your ass nothing but the middle finger.
Yeah, man.
Like, if you don't get out my face with that shit, like, if you really want that shit, you come get it from me.
Listen, in the words of Sean Carter, man, come and get me. Listen, I'm going to grab his belongings, and that's going to be it. That's what you pay a security deposit for.
I paid for the cleaning. I paid for the clean out, and then I'm going to send the, I'm going to send it to where everything to where it got to go. But after that, like, anything else you want, you got to come get it. Like, you going to have to hop on the plane and come beat it out because you ain't getting nothing.
Come and get me. All right, some comments in here. Lance says that's exactly what the banker said in the bourgeois. It doesn't matter who you put in charge. That was a good show too.
The bourgeois, yeah, man.
Corey's a smart cat. No diss, JW. And listen, Kev, I know you trying to throw slander. You're a Raiders fan, so I know what it is. You know what I'm saying? I already know what it is. No, I'm not a Biden sexual. I didn't vote in the 2020 level. Yeah, that was another good show. Hella good. And Mark, real estate tycoon himself, knows that's what a security deposit is for.
Yes, and he paid the security deposit, and the board never did nothing else to that. Like whatever the chick, oh man.
Yo, Latoya says, "What's EAD for 2000, Alex?" Trash. Yeah, trash his things.
Backdoor dickhead.
Trash his things and walk away. Yo, the landlord is lucky that that person wants to even go get it because they could like at this point the sister don't care what he got over there. Like,
yeah, like, and
you know what I'm
he
saying?
died without a will. Like, man, if you don't get out here, and she not even in control. The sister not even in control. It's the she got power. She got the power of attorney. The boy got power of attorney over the sister because she's disabled. Man, if you don't would have told boy.
Listen, Pastor Eubanks says the right thing to do is say deuces. You know what I mean? So,
Hey, listen.
Adrian, hey, I'm late. Did y'all talk about clickbait? We didn't talk about clickbait. Adrian, I was trying to talk Kamari, Courtney, and all of them to do that on Sunday. I'm like, yo, we got to talk about clickbait. It has nothing to do with Black Wealth. I mean, I could spin everything to make it deal with Black Wealth if you really want to be honest with, you know what I'm saying? Because it was an interracial couple. So I could really play that angle if I wanted to. But, yo, clickbait was out of control. I'm not going to say anything about the end of it, but, it is what it is. Hey, Adrian, make sure you watch Blood Brothers on Netflix. Yeah, Corey is crazy. So Kevin's laughing at Latoya. All right, what else we got here? Yeah, if she's that cheap, grab his valuables and bounce. She ain't got to worry about her contacting Judge Robert for nothing civil. Yeah, that person is insane. I'm shocked that, I guess that the landlord was like, well, let me see if I can pull this off. Like, nothing beats a failure but a try.
Yeah, you can send a letter. I'm gonna send a letter back with them 3 letters Latoya had on there though. Nothing but 3 letters, all caps.
Mine gonna be 6. It's gonna say EAD FOH. That's what you getting. You know what I'm saying? All right, I got one more of these stories real quick. We about to jump away from now.
Get out of here.
Yeah, that's what they getting, man. All right. So here's a story. Says we're getting married and have a baby on the way. My wife has offered to pay off my $10,000 student debt and $7,500 car loan. How and when should I pay off my debt? I do not want to necessarily pass my debt to my future wife, as we will eventually have to purchase a home. All right, I got a comment about that already. In little context, as we're both in our early 30s, both earn over 6 figures a year, but the fiance earns about 30% more. So, they get into it. This past year has brought a ton of changes to my personal life. Most notably, the love of my life has agreed to marry me. Amazing. Shortly thereafter, we found out that she was pregnant. I am over the moon and cannot wait to start my family. This will be the first child for both of us. Already staring down the barrel at the cost of a wedding, my mind went into overdrive with the news that a little one will be on the way. I've begun to restructure my personal finances to anticipate this new adventure of ours. My soon-to-be wife has asked that I do the same for her in the near term, as she is self-admittedly not the most financially literate. We're both in our 30s and both earn over 6 figures a year, though she owns 30% more. She began working right out of high school, so she carries no student loans. She has some debt, but nothing substantial. I owe a very small amount for my student loans, less than 10 grand, and a small amount of a car, which is 7,500. My question is, how and when should I pay off my debt? I do not want to necessarily pass my debt to my future wife, as we will eventually have to purchase a home, and I do not want it to hurt her credit history. I have a budget to pay off all of my debt in full before the baby arrives. However, I will be getting married before I'm able to satisfy the entire amount I owe. My fiance, who has more liquid cash, offered to help pay off the debt entirely, since we'll be joining assets once we're married. I just want to make the most prudent decision for the new additions to the family. Does the timing of any of this matter, or am I making mountains out of molehills? What are your thoughts, Corey?
I mean, see, this is a little bit more difficult because, they both got 6-figure incomes and he only got 17.5 in debt. Like, and if she's going to help him pay it, and they about to get married and about to have children, that's one thing, right? But you know how I always feel about paying debt. And this is what I tell anybody about paying debt, especially with their income, is to buy an asset and let the assets pay the debt off, and stop trying to, pay into your past and pay into your future, right? So buy an asset that'll pay off that debt. And then you never have to look at the debt again. Let the asset pay the debt. And then after the debt is paid, you still got the asset paying you. Or maybe it'll pay the next debt that you accrue. You know what I mean? So for me, I personally wouldn't pay them squat dush. I would buy an asset that would pay them. But
I got a couple thoughts. I mean, the first thought is They are making a mountain out of a molehill. Dog, you got 17.5 in debt. Like, come on, man. Like,
Yeah,
what are we talking
with
about?
at least 200 grand in income.
So you're making a mountain out of a molehill. I get it though. It's all the changes happening at one time. He wants to make sure he's doing the right thing. Which I found funny is the first thing he says is, I don't want to pass my debt on to my future wife. Well, if she's paying for it, aren't you essentially passing your debt to her?
You already passed it to her.
You already passed it to her, dude. Like, what are we talking about here? I think it's dope that they're having a conversation because, again, in my experience, I see people get married who don't even have financial conversations. So at least they're putting it all out on the table and, trying to figure out the right way to do it. So that part is dope. But you're definitely making a mountain out of a molehill, dude. Like, if y'all got the cash to actually pay it, you don't have to pay it. Now, again, you'll be paying interest, but if you go to buy a house and y'all can have that kind of income and with that kind of savings where you actually can show you can afford to pay for it, you're really making a mountain out of a molehill with that story.
The income ratio is absolutely amazing. Nobody's going to deny you for anything.
Now, here's my question to you, Core. Let's take it back, right? Let's say you're getting ready to get married. You meet a young lady you want to spend the rest of your life with, and she offers to pay your debt. Would you let her?
Immediately.
Okay. No, I just want to know you. Listen. I know some dudes with egos. I know how dudes. Some dudes have egos who won't allow that.
And listen, I don't know who those dudes are, but y'all get your ass off your shoulders. What the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Listen, and honestly, it's not just men. It's with some women too. Like, yo, ain't nobody paying my debt for me.
But listen,
all right, everybody watching, would you let if you before you got married, you found someone you want to spend the rest of your life with, and they wanted to pay your debt off, would you allow them to?
But here's the thing though, right? It's about, like, for me, and so this is how I feel about any gift that people give to me, because I give freely, right? If I give you something, I gave it to you. Whether it makes you better. If it makes you better, that's all the better. But I never, if I gave you something, it's yours, right? Mm-hmm. I felt pay off plenty of people's debt. Not, we
ain't talking about dancers, bro. We talking about like some.
I'm just saying, right? I gave that freely, right? And so when you give freely, I'm taking freely. Like, if you give it to me, I'm going to take it and I'm going to say thank you. And that's it, though. I don't owe you no other debts of gratitude. We're not talking about no indentured servitude. None of that.
Y'all hear Corey talking about how many people's debts he paid off down in the valley where the girls get naked? But anyway, listen. I just want to know, for y'all watching, what y'all do. Let's go to these comments real fast, though. Larry Elder, though. I tried to watch Clickbait. Yo, you gotta watch Clickbait. Once you watch a couple, I'm telling you, you'll get into it. I wish I would pay off your debt, and you're making six figures too. Man, if you don't write that check.
He is writing the check. She offered it to him, and he's trying to decide whether or not he won
it. That fiance is the asset, Corey.
She's definitely an asset.
You should talk her about a less expensive wedding so you can pay down the debt.
That's never going to happen.
Same thing with it. Skip the big wedding, elope, and that could be applied.
Never going to happen. That's once the wedding is planned and y'all plan on having that wedding, talking about scaling that wedding back will be grounds for divorce.
I like that.
Before they even get married.
They may have way more expenses than they're saying.
That's true.
If I get married, I'm eloping. Okay. So Chastity wants to know what kind of asset would you suggest to pay off the,
I mean, I literally put it in crypto and let it make 10% and use the crypto to pay it, or 10 or 12, 15%, and let the crypto pay it.
You could buy a restaurant and rent them spoons. No, I'm joking. But
yeah, I literally would just buy crypto on a CFI exchange. I'll probably buy it on whatever one of these CFI exchanges is paying 12 to 15% on your USDC. And then I let that pay it. I don't even have to buy something. Like, I don't even have to think hard.
See, so Kevin says this, right? Kevin says, nah, because that will come up every other week. He ain't going to be able to do it. Can you do it? I'm not going to. See, Kevin, you're showing your age right there, bro.
Because, see, the thing about that, right, is I nipped that in the bud, because I tell you up front, if you gave it to me, you gave it to me. And you can bring it up all you want to, and you can throw it in my face all you want to. And all I'm going to say is thank you every time. Yeah. Because, that's it. Because I'm never going to think about it again.
Understand that some people do things for you.
I give freely.
But some people, that's you. Most people don't. In my experience, a lot of people give stuff just for the sake of saying they did and like to throw things in your face that they gave or did for you. Egos and money are and should always be mutually exclusive. Pride will have you eating hot dogs when you could have steak. Talk to him, Pastor. Talk to him, Pastor. I would have paid for clothes and fun. Or invest in a 3-family property. Okay, Joe. Joe got the exact assets. There we go.
He know exactly what he wants.
Shout out to Joe for the amazing use of emojis with the 3-family.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope. There you go. Right. Get a nice little triplex right there and get that income coming in. Corey must have never met women. Oh, that's pretty funny. Man. That's pretty funny.
That's amazing.
Especially if I could pay my own, pay that down payment on a house and a piece of land. So Adrian, you're a lady and you're saying you don't want the dude paying your stuff. That's interesting too. So that's what I'm saying. It's like it's not just men. Some women like I got my own.
Y'all pride won't let you do it, huh?
Yeah. So Jose said he would. I once dated a young lady who didn't allow me to ever pay for anything. It was confusing at first, but her show was nice.
Hey man, listen. Listen. And the crazy part is I'm into letting people be who they want to be. So if you wanted that, if you a person that don't let me pay for nothing, I'll put my wallet away. I ain't one of them old school dudes that's going to force it upon you and all that. If you tell me to put my wallet away, I'm going to stick it in my back pocket.
They're having a baby, so she may change her mind about the wedding.
Okay. I'm not, that might be one thing.
So I didn't want him to pay my debt off. Instead, I asked for money to invest in commodities, crypto, NFTs, options trading. Then I took that and started paying down debt. Okay, sure, talk to him.
Nice. Talk to him.
Yo, me and my wife did something crazy where on like anniversaries, birthdays, we buy each other assets, but we kind of like gamified it. Like she'll buy me an asset and I'll buy her one. We try to figure out who gets the better rate of return during the course of a year. So we somehow made it competitive. Yo, she killed me this year though, because for my birthday she bought me some lumber, a stocking of like this lumber company. And that joint went.
I know crazy. That joint went ballistic.
No, that was for our anniversary because it was like how they got the whatever that is. Like this year is wood, this year is paper.
Yeah.
So she was following that too and bought this lumber company, and lumber went out of control. I would if we're getting married, we're going to form like Voltron, but I agree with Corey. Buy the income producing asset and pay the debt. There you go. Wedding 9 days. It's our debt now. We both carry the burden. Hold on. Chassie, you said your wedding's in 9 days? Is that what you're saying? Or are you talking about the story?
After 9 days, I think.
Oh, wedding 9 days.
After 9, I think she meant 90 days.
Okay.
It becomes our debt, and now we both carry the burden.
Got you. Oh, okay.
Oh, you about to get married?
Oh, okay. Maybe it's only $1,500. Recent credit card charge, no big deal. It could pay it off though. Oh, congratulations, Chastity! Congratulations. Who's the lucky guy? As always, mandatory. No fee, no me.
Okay.
You ain't charging a dowry, bro?
Yeah, man. Like this dude a pimp.
No fee, no me. All right, so Corey brings up a great point, though. Buy assets, let assets pay your debt, right? So that could be, our nugget for this evening. Let your assets pay your debt.
Especially when you got that kind of income, right? Now, that's not that easy when your income, your debt to income ratio is,
Yeah, shout out to everybody in the chat showing congrats to Chastity. Everybody,
congratulations, Chastity.
Everybody, Chastity, congratulations. You know what I'm saying? That's dope. In 9 days. You ready?
Are you ready?
That's dope though. Yeah, I'm all about that. I'm all about black love. Well, I shouldn't just assume. Like, I don't know who he is. Like, I'm saying I'm all about black love.
He's ready force black love on it. Like, I mean, might not be the or the lady might not be. Because we don't know.
I don't know nothing. But still could be
making all kinds of crazy assumptions.
My apologies, Chastity. I'm gonna be quiet because I ain't trying, get myself in trouble on these internets in 20.
I ain't trying to assume nothing for nobody.
But I am happy for you.
Congratulations on whoever that person.
Yeah, whoever you share in your life with, that's dope.
Congratulations.
Because keeping it consistent with our show, a great partner, right,
Oh
is a
man,
cheat code to building wealth.
absolute cheat code.
If you can find a partner that you can build with, you have a cheat code. So hopefully that you have someone that you can build with, because then you have the cheat. Chastity got the cheat code anyway. She's a genius trader, so she already got that.
Winning.
Yeah. Congratulations. Congrats. Marriage is a great thing when you follow the code. Thank you. Ready or not, it's happening. Learning what not to do from these stories. It's all about communication. That's the thing about all these stories with these families and these crazy parts. There's no communication, because even the instance of the story we talked about tonight with the brother, he didn't have a will or have his wishes spelled out to his next of kin, which was his sister. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny because like my aunt gets mad at me, but every time we get together as a family, I'm telling everybody what I want. I'm like, yo, there's gonna be no. I have it in writing, but I'm gonna tell y'all every time I see y'all too. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm telling y'all every time I see y'all. Like I went to a funeral this past week, and the pastor was drawn. Like he was going off, but he was kind of trash. I was like, yo, man, Pastor Eubanks is special, man, because a lot of these dudes don't got the gift. This boy ain't had a gift, but what was interesting about the funeral was and this was a close friend of mine. His mom passed. She was in her 80s, but she had everything laid out in terms of the picture she wanted for her obituary, how she wanted to be buried, what casket she wanted, like everything, even to the point where I was sitting back like, damn, I ain't got that. She had it all figured out. And what happened was she was married. Her husband passed a couple of years ago, and her going through that experience made her start writing all her stuff down. I say that. Yeah, I say that to say this. How many of you guys out there watching actually have all your wishes written out?
I have a will. I have to redo my will because my youngest son not in it. Like
Yeah.
I haven't redone my will in 5 years.
I mean, listen, I appreciate your honesty, or as we call it now on the show, I appreciate your Joseness, because your transparency. But that's an important point though. When you have major milestones like another kid or a marriage, you got to go update the paperwork. But the question is, like, how many people actually have their wishes in writing? Because a lot of times we focus so much on the money that we make sure that our money is transferred. What about your wishes of how you want to be,
everything?
sent away?
Now, my wife does know my wishes. I said, no funeral, throw me a party, and let everybody come, and including all of my.
You want fried chicken and sway interviews?
Fried chicken and watermelon for everyone.
As Rick Ross says, fried chicken and sway interviews.
Let all my folks come through and show love, man.
Yo, when I pass, it's funny. I was telling my wife this week. I was like, yo, I want an obituary, but I want my obituary to be digital. Like I'm about to buy the domain name right now.
And then send everybody there.
Yo, so when you actual event, you got to go to the domain, and then everything it's gonna be live.
Your camera up.
Yo, it's gonna be pop ups. I'm gonna be on there talking like, yo, if y'all here, I mean, I appreciate you. Like, and part of my trust. Part of my trust is gonna be for my heirs to continuously pay for that domain name. So I'm gonna live in y'all lives forever. You know what I'm saying?
Never gonna get rid of me. I set you up for this win.
I'm gonna go live on.
Never gonna forget it.
I'm gonna go live on it. I'm gonna go live on this website. The same domain y'all gonna go to with the. I got it all figured out, man. I'm going.
You literally will never die.
I'm never going nowhere, dog. And I'm still gonna be telling folks to buy Bitcoin and on my obituary. You know what I'm saying? So hey, listen, because by the time I go, it still ain't gonna be done. You know what I mean? 2140. Anyway.
Yeah.
Let me not do that. I know Kamari gonna watch us back and cuss me out. You had to bring up Bitcoin. Yeah, I did. All right, so meet me at the altar in your white dress. Chastity about to marry and trade together for life.
No show.
That's dope. You know it. So the pastor says one key to marriage: never confuse roles with duties. A manager role sometimes has to run the register. Duties don't negate the fact that they're still the manager. Ooh.
Yeah, man.
Ooh.
Roles and duties.
Roles and duties. I was married for 18 years. My advice: give your husband props at everything. He'll give you the world, like Luther Vandross.
It's not bad advice. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna mind my business.
Hey, listen, I get that though.
No. I'm not saying that his advice is bad. I think that's actually great advice, but I don't know how many
everybody has their thing. And listen, Maslow gave you the game already, right?
Yeah,
and Maslow,
he gave you hierarchy.
Maslow gave you the whole game, so it's like just follow that, right? But the thing is, what Kevin's talking about actually is just being appreciated. That's what he's talking about.
Yeah, but he only put it on one side. So
yeah, that's true too.
That's why I said I don't know about how
hey, Kev,
how well it's going to work.
Hey, Kev, did you give her props and everything? I mean, you asked her to give you props. Did you give her props?
That's why my little hesitation was that it was
damn selfish Raiders fans.
One side of that being talked about. So
hey, Kev, I'm bashing your Raiders fans because football season is in full effect. I got smacked last night in fantasy. I was playing Antonio Brown, but it is what it is. I plan to make my plans because I have sons, and who knows who they'll marry and possibly what that means for our relationship. Interesting. J.A. Jimmy and Corey salute the financially educated in the hood and looking like me at the same time. Bro, appreciate you, bro. And listen, man, I appreciate you bringing our name up in other circles, man, because I know that you've done that, and I think that's dope because, we haven't asked you to do it, but we know that you have done it. And that's dope.
Yeah,
so that's appreciated, man, because
really, really appreciate it.
Because that's what it's about, bro. It's about helping each other build. NFT obituary. Adrian, listen, I got it all figured out, man. The domain name is gonna be cock. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to go check now, jimwillneverdie.com. Yo, I got it all figured out. Listen, the website gonna be crazy. I'm leaving videos. I'm leaving my favorite bodyhood podcast.
Now I gotta make me a video. Now I gotta make me a video.
I'm leaving videos. My favorite podcast, man. You know what I'm saying? My favorite memes gonna go in there. It's gonna be a section for memes, like my top 10 memes. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have it laid out though. I ain't never going nowhere, yo. I want a funeral, but I don't want somebody that does not know me giving my eulogy. That's a great point.
Yeah.
My grandmother, when she passed, she had it in writing. The grandma was wild. Shout out to my grandma. Rest in peace to my grandma. That's my hero. But anyway, in writing, she was like, she wanted a closed casket and she had the picture she wanted. And she was like, I do not want anybody standing over top of me while I'm dead. I think that's foul. And she actually wrote that. So, and listen, those were her wishes. So
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, I ain't mad at that. My grandmother wasn't so specific.
She was mad specific. She was like, ain't nobody we stand over top. She just said, but I didn't realize that she actually wrote in her will.
Some things that my grandmother wanted that she got, like the dress. My grandmother's, hand sewed her own dress and stuff like that for the funeral. So, she looked like she wanted to look when she went out. You know what I mean?
The funeral I just went to, and rest in peace, Miss Black. That was my homie's mom. But she had it in her joint that she wanted the immediate family all dressed in white. And I didn't notice what it was until after the fact I was talking to him. Because, I got there a little early, signed up. I was sitting there, paying my respects. And, the family car pulls up, they come in. And it looked like a amazing group. Everybody was in white. I said, what the hell is, how they coordinate this? Like, it just looked ill. It was like mad deep and everybody was in white. And he told me that was part of her wishes. I was like, okay. So she wanted y'all to look fly. It looked like they was about to do a Rhythm Nation video or something.
One person that could not speak. I won't say their name because that person is still alive. But
that was one of her wishes?
Huh?
That was one of her wishes?
Yeah, part of her wishes. There was one person who could not speak at her funeral. And so they were not disinvited to the funeral because, but they could not speak at the funeral. And she was like, yeah, this person never really liked me.
Sorry, preparing to do living wills and regular will. That's the time to do it, Chastity.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to get in your business, but there was an attorney that was on our podcast. She said right before you get married is when you get the you get your prenup too, right? Now, and it's a good video too. The video is on our YouTube page. What she said about the prenup was people make the prenup an evil thing. But the prenup is like, hey, if this doesn't work, this is what we're going to do. And she said the best time to do it is when everybody's lovey-dovey and has, their right state of mind.
Yeah, before everybody get angry.
And hopefully you don't have to worry about it. And she said that's part of it too. She was like, people always say, oh, that's this. But if you don't have to worry about it, you never have to worry about it. It is what it is.
In the prenup, like she said, it frees you, right? Because what's going to happen if y'all split.
Yeah,
It's actually a freeing document. It
that's what she
frees.
said. She said the prenup allows you, makes you free to love your spouse.
It does, because at the point where you know if it's working, the prenup never comes into play. And if
One of
it
the
doesn't work, you know exactly how it's going to end when it breaks up.
What was
So
one of our
actually,
better conversations?
it's actually a freedom document.
That was one of
Freedom.
our excuse me. That was one of our better conversations in our pod because I always talk about how we're lied to about what wealth looks like, and a lot of times it's done through media,
Lied to
pop
about what
culture.
marriage look like too.
We lie to about marriage. We lie to about what a prenup is. We lie to about everything because everything is given to us a certain way in pop culture.
But when she told, like, basically, she was like, "Look, a prenup is freedom papers.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally freedom papers because both people know exactly how everything is going to go."
Yeah. So Jose says, "My children know not to waste resources on burying me. They know not how. They know to cremate and plant me as a tree. Take the savings and continue to grow assets to them. You plant them literal money tree.
Yeah.
An appreciated husband will break his back for his woman. I'm 54. I've learned some stuff, even in divorce. Everything's supposed to learn from.
You're supposed to. If you don't learn from anything, you can't grow.
All right. So at the core, men want to be praised and women want to be cherished. You just can't praise potential nor cherish what doesn't want to stay. Interesting.
Yeah, I gotta think a lot about that one. I'm not.
Yo, pass to be too deep. Like I'm trying to think about that. So women want to be cherished, not praised. So now I gotta look up the definitions to see like
like
what distinguishes praising somebody
that's a lot
versus
of
cherishing them.
language.
Yeah, I gotta figure out.
I gotta dig into that one.
I'm gonna do some research on that past. Listen, you're saying it, so I believe it. But I gotta figure out
lied to us before.
what is it actually. What is it actually?
When I hear a lot of language,
what does it actually mean to cherish someone? I guess that's what I gotta figure out. Cherished. All right, my fault. Funny, but we're putting these things together. Let me think about that. Shot the cool in the game. Funny, but we're putting these things together for potential unions as we speak. A prenuptial is an insurance policy. Yep. You don't plan on the fire and do everything not to have one, but yeah, that's what she said too.
Yep.
That's what she said. Have to revamp mine because of portfolio expansion. Sheesh. Talk heavy, Dawn.
Heavy.
That's it. So Jose said, "Listen, we're gonna need a marriage class from Pastor. Pastor, we're gonna have to set up a whole channel on the MDC Discord for marriage advice." Pastor, how many years you been married, Pastor?
Oh, and happy birthday, man! Happy belated birthday.
So Pastor, happy belated birthday. I think his anniversary passed too, man. Happy anniversary to you, Pastor. How many years is it though? What Antonio Eubank said made me go back to my books and archives. Respect. All right, so here's what he says. To cherish means to protect and care. Is that what Cool and the Gang said? I gotta go listen to the song now. Anyway, but I said at the core, not that women don't want to be praised. Okay, I got you. Demetrius, peace, brother.
Yo, another one of the good brothers that do a lot of good work. We gotta get Demetrius back. We gotta get him on this Friday live, man.
Yeah,
and let him talk about all the stuff we do, because if we tell you all the stuff we do, you think we be lying.
Yeah, man. So shout out to
this
Demetrius.
Brother gets to it, man. Shout out to Demetrius, man.
I never heard of that book, but I'm gonna look it up. It's Marital Intelligence. Is a powerful book for all marriages. Matter of fact, let me write that down.
Put that on the book list.
Marital Intelligence. I never heard of that.
One of the things being a voracious reader, Demetrius gets to the books. He also owns his own businesses. He helps with supply chain issues for other people. He runs books to the jails. He supports black businesses where he live. Like Demetrius gets to it. He is a class A human being and another. And he just like I don't know. I don't know. I can't heap enough praise on Demetrius.
All right, so I just added the book to the list, but I appreciate that. I'm always looking for good stuff to read. You know what I'm saying? So listen, I'm finishing up a couple books that I got from our community already. I just finished a Bitcoin one, that I got. Also, I'm finishing up the second crypto one that Dawn gave me too. So Michelle gave me a Bitcoin one I just finished. Wow. And so Antonio says 19 years married, 22 years together, and 11 years premarital counseling and plenty of weddings. Amazing, man. That's to be celebrated, man. Congratulations. That's why he got the wisdom, man. He
He's seen it all.
yeah. And
All
for
right,
those,
Dawn, be safe.
Dawn, be safe. Hey, Dawn, I think I showed everybody already, but I'm gonna show y'all again for those that came late. My new Cash App card, in case y'all ain't see it. You know what I'm saying? This is, let me know about my new Cash App card is in. You know what I'm saying? I got the customized Cash App card for the Sat Stackers, and I want to put this out there. Another quick freebie on your Cash App card for those that have a Cash App card. Make sure you take a look at your boost. Once a week, they put a boost out that will pay you 5% back in Bitcoin. I think the max is $100 spend that they'll pay you 5% on, but you get 5% back. And that's once a week. You can run that back. You can keep running that back and running that back. So this is a quick way to stack some free sats. You know what I'm saying? Because as I'm putting the course together, I'm sharing a lot of stuff along the way. You ain't getting all the sauce, but just share some stuff along the way.
It's definitely saucy.
With that being said, man, listen, this has been another amazing episode. Our current podcast, for those that haven't listened to our current podcast is fire. We got Janelle Wilson on. Janelle Wilson is a real estate investor. She has a portfolio worth over $10 million. And she gets to it. And we had a conversation. We sat down for that. So that's kind of fire. That is out on all podcast platforms, on YouTube, all over the place. For those in the MDC, we'll be back at our regular time this Sunday at noon, having a class about options or crypto, whatever you want to talk about. We're there for at least an hour on Sunday. For those that have signed up for the MDC, listen, we definitely appreciate you. We got new people coming in every day, and we appreciate that. Continue to build with us. We continue to add value in the Discord, as well as the classes we're adding in the back. So that's still going on. And me and Corey back out here in the streets. We're teaching some more students this weekend for a specific youth program.
Another class this weekend with new students. We giving the game to the youth.
Yeah, and it's not our thing. It's for another nonprofit. A nonprofit has brought us in. Another nonprofit has brought us in to teach the kids. So, we get into it, man. So we back outside. And for those and anybody that's in Florida, I'll be down there the 21st, the week of the 21st. I'm scheduled to be in Florida all week. I'm kind of shook because y'all be wilding out in Florida, but I will be there nonetheless. You know what I'm saying? So let me know. Pull up on somebody. Whoa, Adrian out here wilding right now. Let me see. Yeah. Whoa, what's Adrian talking about? All right, so Pastor says the one thing that kills marriages, as you may know, finances. I've seen it in counseling. Old girl could deal with cheating, but when the bill money wasn't showing up, it was time to go. Adrian says, "Wow, if you cheat, I'm out. Hopefully, you sign a prenup to shield my wrath." Listen, Adrian, I've heard of people actually getting past that, but then, like Pastor said,
I see that every single day,
and that's on both sides too, by the way. Not just
because listen,
ladies be out here.
I'm gonna tell you like this: people value their lifestyle over monogamy. If you're like, if you're going to provide me a lifestyle, who's the number one. Like, I ain't gonna say the number one, but the first person I think of is Lala, right? Mm-hmm. Like Carmelo Anthony, I know he was cheating all over the place, right? It was documented how many times he got caught cheating, but for lifestyle, she stayed.
Listen,
you know what I mean?
I got a homie who got had nowhere near what Carmelo got, and he told me, his wife told him, listen. Because he takes care of things financially. She told him, just don't embarrass me. I said, she told you what? She was like, don't let me find out and don't embarrass me. I said, and that's what she wanted? He said, yeah. I said, okay.
Easy peasy. Listen.
But if he would have embarrassed her, or he wouldn't have been able to take care of what he's supposed to be taking care of financially, she would have left his dumb ass. But she told him that. So,
yeah, like, just don't have me out in the streets looking dumb as hell.
Hey, you in Miami. I'm in Orlando. I'll be in Orlando. I've seen it too, up close. But I know my limit. Hey, everybody knows their limit, Adrian.
Listen, I ain't mad at that.
I know that's right. There is such thing as financial infidelity. Secret bank accounts are part. Yeah, we talked about that. Man. And half of these people that's watching now all said they got secret bank accounts or they would have secret bank accounts because y'all out here living foul. Lala Power episode 5. That's all I gotta say. Yeah, I think 50 got something about showing tatas, man. Like every chick on the show has at one point shown that. I like, is this like part of he like, yo, you gotta put a scene in? Like 50 be wilding, man. You mean those accounts that Granny tell us to get in our maiden name? See? Woman scorned is real. Corey, look up the story. Lala was the one in control. I'll fill you in though. DeFi convo. Okay. So she's running stuff. Okay, so she got some other stuff going on.
Yeah, I'm missing something.
Hey, listen, maybe they had an arrangement. It is weird. But see, I guess the mistake he made was letting it become public.
Embarrassed her.
Yeah, and that's a lot of times that's what it is. Especially with these athletes, they're like, "Yo, don't embarrass me, man," because it is what it is, man. Listen, everybody, we appreciate you as well because you guys show up for us every Friday. We'll be back here next Friday to kick it with you guys. Follow us on all social media at By the Hood. I'm at JW the Blueprint everywhere. And also, Kev, I appreciate you tagging me in that post on Twitter too for those books. I'm always looking for books. So, So Antonio said, I ain't gonna lie, I tell my daughter to do the same. Hey, come on, Pastor, you out of control. But listen, just kick it with us online at JW the Blueprint, at Above Average Savage, at By the Hood. And as a matter of fact, I'm gonna go to my Facebook page in a minute because I'm gonna post that thing I told y'all about to show y'all I'm not tripping. These kids out here are wilding. 1987 Saturday. Yeah, my man definitely told Carmelo that Lala tastes like Fruity Pebbles. That was Kevin Garnett out here wilding, man. Kevin Garnett was wilding, man.
His face still intact. Even if that's true, you're not gonna say that.
But the thing about Kevin Garnett, though, you gotta peep Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett knew who to really do that to. Because when he was Zach Randolph got in his face, he said none of that. Kevin Garnett ain't want no smoke when Zach Randolph pulled up on him. It wasn't none of that. Because Zach will see you outside when the game is over. So that's the thing about these. Like some people know who to mess with.
Yo, they said it was a couple boys that said like Ruben Patterson was a real actual gangster, and
he was a real gangbanger. Like, they see Chassis, Memphis ain't having it. Like, they said that who was Blake Griffin when Blake Griffin and the Clippers played Memphis, they punked him so bad that Blake literally was never the same. Still hasn't been the same since. They called him soft. They treated him like he was soft. Yeah, that's back when Memphis was wilding when they had what was the boy's name? Tony Allen. Was it Tony Allen?
Gasol
and they went.
They had the grit and grind.
Yeah, they didn't want no parts of that. KG wanted no parts of that. You know what I'm saying? He said he was heated. Yeah, I bet he was. Yeah, like you said, no smoke at all. I have a clickbait post. I need to tag you. Hey, listen, Adrian, I'm finished. So go ahead and tag me, Adrian. I got you.
All right, man.
I'm in it. Listen,
I gotta take you off my feed, man, because I haven't started yet. I can't. I don't want to see that post.
Oh, we out here though, man. Listen, we appreciate y'all as always. Go check out the episode with Janelle Wilson. Let me know what you think. Like I said, she built her portfolio herself. She got over 10 mil right now, so she getting to it. And we'll see you guys next Friday. We appreciate y'all. Y'all take it easy. Peace.